Welcome everyone in SV Union High School and Junior College Pune. Today we are going to learn civics for 8th standard. This is chapter 2. Name is the Indian Parliament. Students, we will discuss about the Indian Parliament. But before that, we should know the history about this. As you are watching in the picture, circular house, this is the House of Parliament. It is in New Delhi, home of the Central Legislative Assembly. Originally called the House of Parliament, it was designed by the British architects Edwin Lutyens and Herbert Baker as a part of their wider mandate to construct a new administrative capital city for British India. It is said that the circular structure of the 11th century may also have inspired the design of the building. Construction of the Parliament House began in 1921 and it was completed in 1927. Means it took total 6 years to construct it. Students, we have studied that the Parliament plays an important role in parliamentary system of government. In this chapter, we will discuss about that. The Constitution of India has created the Parliament of India. The legislature at the national level, that is the level of the central government, is called the Parliament. It consists two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Though President is an inseparable part of the Parliament, still he or she cannot participate in the discussion. Now this is our first unit, Lok Sabha. Students, this is the picture of Lok Sabha. This is the lower and first house of the Parliament. It is the House of Representatives directly elected by the people. Hence, the Lok Sabha is called the first house. The members of Lok Sabha are elected directly by people from the territorial constituencies. The tenure of Lok Sabha is 5 years. The elections takes place every 5 years. These elections are known as general elections. However, there are examples when the Lok Sabha was dissolved before the completion of 5 years. Elections held in such a case are called midterm elections. Lok Sabha is the representative body of the citizens of the country. As per the Constitution, there can be a maximum of 552 members in the Lok Sabha. To ensure equal representation to all sections of the community, some seats are reserved for members belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. In case there are no representatives from the Anglo-Indian community, the President can appoint 2 members from this community to the Lok Sabha. Now, next unit is Rajya Sabha. This is the picture of Rajya Sabha. Now we will discuss about Rajya Sabha. It is upper and second house of Parliament. The members of Rajya Sabha are indirectly elected. As the name suggests, Rajya Sabha gives representations to 29 states and 7 union territories in India. Thus, members of Rajya Sabha work as representatives of the constituent states. Total membership of Rajya Sabha is 250 members. Amongst them, 238 members are elected from the constituent states and union territories. All the constituent states do not get equal representation in the Rajya Sabha. It is proportionate to the total population of each of the state. Remaining 12 members are appointed by the President. These members are usually experienced and distinguished personalities from the fields of literature, arts, science, sports, and social work. The members of Rajya Sabha are elected through the system of proportional representation. It is never get dissolved completely, hence it is called permanent house. One-third members of total membership of IDHIs who have completed their tenure of 6 years retire after every 2 years. An equal number of new members get elected. Because the limited members of this Sabha retire step by step, it can function continuously. Any person contesting for the election of Rajya Sabha must be an Indian citizen and he must have completed 30 years of age. Then only he will get elected. Students, now we will revise what we have learned. It consists of the President and 2 houses of Parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. We are watching 2 sections. First, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is a lower house. It is House of the People. Maximum strength 552. 530 members from states. 20 members from Union Territories. 2 members from Anglo-Indian community. Nominated by President. Presided by the Speaker. Members are elected for 5 years. In Rajya Sabha, it is upper house, means Council of States. It is permanent house, as I told you. Maximum 250 seats. 238 seats selected by states and union territories, and 12 members nominated by President. Presided by the chairman, means Vice President. Members are elected for 6 years. If a person wants to be elected for Lok Sabha, he should be an Indian citizen, not less than 25 years of age. He or she should not hold any salaried government job. He or she should not acquire the citizenship of another country. Should be mentally sound. Should not be bankrupt. No criminal record against him or her. If you want to get elected for Rajya Sabha, he or she should be an Indian citizen, not less than 30 years of age. He or she should not hold any salaried government job. Should not acquire the citizenship of another country. Should be mentally sound, should not be bankrupt, or no criminal record against him or her. Now next unit is Functions of Parliament. Functions of Parliament. After understanding the basics of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, we will now review their functions. In a democracy, the Parliament plays the vital functions of the deliberating matters of importance before laws or resolutions are passed. The Parliament has the power to alter, decrease or increase the boundaries of states or union territories. The Parliament also functions as an organ of information. Now let's look. Formulation of laws. This is our first point. What is it that? Parliament has to achieve the welfare of the people and objectives of the constitution. Outdated laws are repealed, necessary changes are made in some laws. If there are need some changes, then they make. In accordance to the procedure, the Parliament fulfills this primary and important responsibility. Now second point is control over Council of Ministers. The Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers are drawn from the Parliament. The Parliament exercises control over them. Parliament sees that the Council of Ministers does not disregard the Parliament and the functions under its supervision. They supervise their work. Amendments to the Constitution. The Parliament decides whether to make any amendment to the Indian Students, I hope you have understood till here. Now next part we will discuss in next video. Thank you.